Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. It's a beautiful, beautiful evening. Oh, it's magnificent. Summer evenings are just something else, and this balcony. Oh man, this balcony has views. Anyway, today I'm going to be talking to the men, all men, of all age groups. When you come to the U.S. as a man, you need to know that you can be anything. Anything you want to be. Anything you ever dreamed of being, you can be that. A doctor, a dentist, an astronaut, a business person. Wherever you want to be, you can be it. But one thing you as a man should never be in this country is honey. You should never be honey. It sounds like a joke when I say it like that, but it's not. And I'm going to tell you a story of a family member. He's my mom's uncle. The guy is my mom's uncle, so I guess that will make him my grand uncle. But for the purposes of this story, I'm just going to refer to him as my uncle. This guy, he was a brilliant guy. He came to the US, I believe it was in the 60s or maybe 50s. And he studied and, worked. He lived here for some time. He worked and went all the way to become a professor in a university in New York State. Now, one day when he was teaching, a sweet young thing, came to him and he said, "Hello, Mr. Professor." And you men, you know how we love titles. It's like Kennedy and what's the lady? Marilyn Monroe. "Happy birthday, Mr. President." So this sweet young thing came to my uncle and said, "Hello, Mr. Professor. I'd do anything for an A." And my uncle said, anything, eh? Okay, that's not what happened. That is completely made up. It was not a student. It was just a woman that he met, and my uncle, decided to do big boy. I mean, he was a university professor, so he was earning good money. He did big boy, He toasted the woman. He put her in the bed, and he showed her the power of Kenya. And the woman became pregnant. So my uncle was an educated man. He was very intelligent. And so obviously he had heard of the phrase rinse and repeat. So what did my uncle do? My beloved uncle, he went home. He rinsed his dick and he repeated the process with another woman. He bent the woman over a barrel and showed her the 50 states. There is no way I'm getting invited to a family get together after this video. No way. So boom, yeah, just like that, he got 2 women pregnant. Now, one thing you need to know about the child support in the US, the way it's calculated, although it's every state is different, there's a general calculation used for it. So typically, if all your children are from the same woman, maybe your wife got divorced and you're paying child support, the first child, they will take, for one child, they take 17% of your salary. The second child, with 2 children, they'll take 25% of your salary. When you go to 3 children, they take 29%. If you have 4 children, they take 31%. But see, if you have children from 2 different women, that top 17% remains the same. So the only thing that's going to happen with the second woman is they're going to first take away the 17% they were paying to the first woman. So For example, if you're earning $100 and you got Brenda and Belinda pregnant, Brenda was the first mother. Brenda will get $17 of your $100. And then they go to Belinda, they take the $100 minus $17 that you're paying to Brenda. And then you do 17% of that, which the $83 which is left, which is $14. So in total child support you're going to be paying to both Brenda and Belinda will be $31. So $31 out of $100, that is 31% of your salary just gone like that. Just gone. Simple as that. And so my uncle was being taken to the cleaners by these women with the monthly child support. Yes, he was making good money, but it doesn't matter how much money you're making if 31% of it is going. You really don't have much of an option now, do you? And so my uncle did what any honorable man in that situation will do. He packed his bags and ran back home. Yeah, he just abandoned everything. He abandoned his job, abandoned the families, and he just went back home. He couldn't deal with it. Now, ladies, you might not be able to understand this, but this thing that is in our pants that you all love so much, it's got a mind of its own. There are very few occasions during the day when we have any control over its actions. Like, this thing is a rogue actor. It is untamed. A man's dick is a completely separate entity from the man carrying it. It is just attached to him. The best way I can describe a man and a dick that is attached to him is like the government and the judicial system of a country. The judiciary, right? The judiciary is part of the government, but is also independent of the government. At least that's how we like to operate. So yes, once in a while, the government might be able to meddle in the processes of the judiciary, but in most times, the judiciary is just doing its own thing. And just the way a good judiciary would stress a government is the same way a dick just stresses us. This thing is frustrating. You just don't understand. Women, I don't think you understand what it is like to have a dick. That's the best way I can describe a relationship between a man and the dick. It never listens. You can't negotiate with it. You can't bargain with it. I mean, you wake up in the morning, it wakes up with you. Or you wake up and it's already woken up, waiting for you. And the first thing it's asking you is, hey, where are you putting me inside of today? And you're like, I'm not putting you anywhere. And it's like, grab your phone, let's go to WhatsApp, let's go to Instagram, let's find a home today. And it just takes so much of your time and your thoughts. It's just stupid. Now, even myself, so many times I wonder how to deal with it. I'll say to it, just hear me out. Let me finish what I'm doing, and then I'll go and put you somewhere warm and wet. And it's like, you promise? I'm like, of course I promise. At the end of the day, I'll put you inside something that is warm and wet. But I don't keep that promise. I just go and put it under a cold shower, and it loses its mind, but eventually it calms down. And that's the only way to deal with it. It just doesn't listen. Fine. Sometimes I will put it in somewhere that is warm and wet. But at the end of the day, it's so unappreciative. You give it something slippery today, and tomorrow morning, it will be asking you the same thing. Where are you putting me inside of today? And women just don't understand what it's like to live with a dick attached to you. So when you come and tell a man, oh, you have a small dick, it's like, what does that have to do with me? That this is an independent thing on its own. Like, insult it. Don't insult me. So anyway, I'm going off tangent. Men, you need to get a hold of your dick and control it, because if you don't, in this country, you'll be in so much trouble. You'll fork out so much money, and if you don't fork it out, the prisons are waiting for you. You'll be thrown in prison. That is a guarantee. They cancel your driver's license, and when you're in prison, it's not like they stop accumulating the payments. The payments still stay the same. They're just waiting for you, adding up every month. So, like I said, in this country, when you come as a man, be anything. Be anything you want to be, but do not be horny. And that's just all for today. Now, I'm trying to make this a daily thing. And we will build this community by force. You people will help me build this community. So I'll be putting out daily videos, just like I have in the past several days. And if you like what I'm sharing in these videos, go out there and let people know. Share these videos. Let people know about the channel. Let's do this. It's always fun hearing other people's stories too. So, have a good day. Have a good night. You're going to bed like me. Take care. And keep your dick in your pants. Goodbye.